Hey guys, let's talk a little bit about Quant and what we know about the staking mechanism that's going to be coming soon. So on Twitter, right? I don't know how many of you follow on Twitter. I know a few of you that do, but in short, you want to follow me in there. I repost a lot. I talk about a lot of what I'm going to do in videos sooner than I do videos. So if you're interested, Fighting Crypto, it's got my face on it. Feel free to check it out. I think the link is in the description below. But anyway, I was on Twitter the other day, X, whatever. I'm at that age. It's Twitter. That I posted something about staking for Quant, and someone else who I have no idea if they're into QNT or not, but asked, why does everyone care so much about staking with Quant? So many other crypto have it. Why is it such a big deal? And I thought they had a valid question. So I want to go ahead and answer my viewpoint of that, of why is staking a big deal? Why are we excited for it? Why am I excited for it? Even unknowingly if I will be able to stake or not. There's a lot of rumors. We don't know too much right now, but that's what I'm going to get into today. So again, if you haven't been here before in this channel or been here a few times, I'll talk about crypto that I'm in. I talk about a lot of crypto I'm not in, but that I like because honestly, there's a bunch of good companies out there. I only have so much money to spread and strategy wise of when I get into what. And yeah, so I discuss shit. Quant's a big holding of mine. If you guys have been here a couple of times, feel free to press the like and subscribe button. Regardless, let's move forward and talk about it. So the whole concept of staking on Quant is not new, right? It's actually been talked about for about 5 years or so. And it's starting to look like it's going to happen soon. And this is about the timing to where it should happen soon because we're expecting large news of use cases. Specifically, the digital euro is a strong possibility right now, really strong. The digital pound or other types of tokenized deposits from the UK and other aspects of Europe is looking like it's going to happen. None of it is official yet, but Gilbert Viridian is tied in with so many banks, economic specialists, financial firms, legislators, like him personally. And that has really helped out Quant get to where it goes, let alone they do have their shit covered pretty well. And there are so many wallets. Quick little shout out to Mind Crypto. If you guys haven't followed him, he is amazing at tracking wallets. I swear that's what he does in all of his free time, or if he's sitting on the toilet, I don't know when he does it, but tracks all these wallets that have only Quant, no Ethereum, nothing else, which means that they don't plan on moving Quant because you would need Ethereum to do it. It's keeping it there. So they're either all these wallets that are holding tens to hundreds of thousands of Quant just to hold on to it, or they're going to be using Quant to move Quant like banks. And that's what we are very much betting on. And those are the wallets, those are the companies, those are the entities that are going to really want and profit from staking. And they keep buying, let alone corporations are signing up to hop on Overledger's Fusion and all that wonderful shit. Everything's kind of putting pieces together right now. So I guess one of the things I'm excited about with staking is it's letting me know that Overledger is live. And I understand it is live. It's doing things. But I mean, like the mass amounts of influx of money is going to happen soon. And staking is just a sign based on timing that it's going to. Right? Quant staking protocol is part of their new Overledger Fusion upgrade. They call it layer 2.5 architecture, and it's designed to connect multiple ledgers across traditional finance and blockchain systems, meaning it's made to connect banks and financial firms to the blockchain and blockchains to each other. It's the overall interoperability king. It's what it's meant to do. It's got fixed rewards. I get tired of this one, but I'll be honest, one of the biggest flexes, I guess, of the community, which is weird that people brag about things they're invested in. But point being, there's only 14.6 million Quant. It is so much less than Bitcoin, which everyone loves to rant and rave about. It could become a big deal when supply goes down and demand is up. That equals an asset that price goes through the roof. We have the scarcity. We're working on the demand. I believe the demand is already building, but it isn't actually here yet, meaning no bank has said, hey, we're going to run the digital euro, we're going to run this, we're going to run that, in massive multi-billion dollars. But I think it's a ticking time bomb, and that's going to make the fact that there's only a limited 14.6 million, which is very freaking small for crypto, that's going to become a huge deal. Something else with staking is that I think it is going to trigger the supply shock. So depending on the day, there can be anywhere from roughly 200,000 quant that is on chain to be bought. Right? There's a little bit more to come, but that is so freaking minimal. And once the announcement of staking happens, people are going to ape it and buy because people have been waiting for it. And people like me and others, when they hear staking is going to happen, they're going to buy more, even at higher prices, because they know it's going to keep going up. I think that's going to cause a supply shock, which is then the prices, well, I think, has a good chance of going 100 to 400% in a couple of days. I'm not saying it's going to happen just from the announcement of staking, but depending on the timing of the market and what else is being stated, I think it could be a catalyst or one of the steps for it to happen for sure. With staking, we're still waiting for all the details in the tokenomic structure. Gilbert Viridian just recently has announced that they are finalizing the tokenomics of what requirements and the APY and all this stuff, which honestly, they already know what it is, right? Like, let's be honest, they already know. They're just not ready to tell us yet. So they're saying they're working on it. They're finalizing. But previously, there was announcements or no, there were announcements. Viridian did mention, he's like, hey, we think we might end up having a minimum amount where you might need 5,000 quant to stake, which would take out essentially all of retail, right? The vast majority of retail. And then it's like, well, maybe it'll only be 500. And now it's like, well, it's going to be viable for most people. However, the more quant you have to stake, the higher rewards you get. Again, they're targeting corporations, which is fine. I have no issue with it. It's actually one of the reasons I got into quant is that they don't target retail. They're just available for retail because who has more money? Right? 10 large companies is going to have more money than 10,000 average retail. So I want to jump in what's being targeted towards those guys. So is staking going to be worthwhile to a lot of retail? That's the part we're still waiting on. And that's a big thing, I think, that gets a lot of us curious and excited. Is like, what's it going to be? What's the APY? Is it going to be 2%? Is it going to be 20%? Is it going to be between 2 and 20%, depending on how many quant you own? Will it be more if you're on a node versus own the node? And we got assumptions with this, but we don't have the exact numbers yet. And that is a big thing, is when we don't know something and it's something we want to know, of course we're going to be freaking excited and curious about it. Why the hell wouldn't we? And the fact that staking is going to cause more quant to go on chain and off the market, that will raise the price alone. Right? Because it puts more quant into pockets as if we're buying it. It's not directly the same, the price that goes up versus buying it on like over the counter versus on chain, but it still will have this similar effect. So a little bit more about what could happen on the short-term price action is that staking, again, I'm expecting it's going to be a big narrative to move the price. When they just announced about regulatory approval in 2024, Quant jumped 17% in a week. And okay, what's the big deal about 17%? In a week for something that's as stable as Quant has been, it's been called a stable coin, that's a pretty big deal. It's good to see. After Fusion was announced, the trading volume jumped by 500%. 500% of trading volume just from an announcement that this new Fusion is going to do things, including staking. I'm expecting a very similar jump, maybe not 500% trading volume, but it might. But we're going to have massive movements in numbers that are going to happen from it. And again, a lot of it's going to depend on how many people jump in to stake. Like if 35% roughly, which that would be a decent amount, but it wouldn't surprise me. If 35% of quant goes on chain to get staked, that could cause anywhere from a 25 to 60% short-term price spike just from demand. And big deals for it. Long-term, even more could happen down the road. Staking increases demand and utility, specifically the way that Quant has everything set up for it. It makes it more of a must-have for running nodes and assessing Overledger services. Supply reduction, again, mentioned it brings the supply down. makes a supply shock. I think it will definitely move in that direction if it doesn't. And when supply reduces, price goes up because of the circulating quant. It increases the strength of the network, right? It boosts performance, makes it more decentralized, makes it more stable, which is what we want, stability and stable growth. And the fact that banks and institutions, they want to stake. Why? They want to make money. The whole point of a bank is to make money, believe it or not. It's not to hold money, it's to use your money to make money. And if they have another method of staking the same technology that they're using to transfer money back and forth to make more money, they're going to. It's one of the biggest perks for these financial institutions. So to sum it up, there it is. I'm excited about quant staking. I'm excited to hear more news about it. I think it's going to be a price mover when it happens, and more so, it's going to be a big signal that either there was just an announcement of large utility or we're having an announcement coming. But you listened to me for about 12 minutes or so. So I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. What are you excited about with quant in general? What are your thoughts about staking? What do you think is going to be the tokenomics and everything for it? Let me know down below. I'll talk to you guys all again soon. Peace.